Warning, the following video may be at minimum 15 minutes long. I got a lot to say, and I got a lot of time to say it in. But I don't want to take up too much of your time. According to the camera, I got 50 minutes and 43 seconds. I won't be that long, but if you got some chores to do, or if you're working out, if you're waiting for the bus, or for a friend to come get you, if you're on your break at work, or if you're at lunch, you don't have anyone to talk to, listen to this. Your boy got your back. That being said, remember, it may be 15. I'll try and get it in less, but here we go. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stevie the Black. It's STEVEE, the Black. I'm back, and I'm here to talk about the Eagles and Rams prediction video. But before I get into that, I just have a few final thoughts on the Seattle Seahawks game and everyone's opinion on it. And one word comes to mind when I hear all the noise, whether it be from fans, from haters, doubters, and that word is RELAX. Relax. Take a deep breath and relax. I know what we saw on Sunday night was ugly. Trust me, I know. But you gotta relax. To all those Eagle fans out there who think that's over, who thinks that we're done now, that these past 9-11 weeks, however long it's been for nothing. 10-1 was all a hoax. Chill. Relax. It's fine. Thirsty, bro. Excuse me. For all the haters for saying that the Eagles are frauds, that they were fake, that Carson Wentz really wasn't this good, all because we lost one game and they kept using the same excuse. You only beat one good team. That's not true. We beat plenty of good teams with winning records. The problem is that right now they don't have a winning record. But that has nothing to do with the Eagles. That has to do with them not being able to continue to win. But at the time, they had a winning record. So I don't want to hear that. Okay? It's not true. So, relax. And for the last person, it's for your boy. It's for me. Because I need to relax. As y'all saw in my last two videos, I was discouraged. I wasn't completely like, oh my God, the sky is falling. But I was like, I can't believe we lost. And losing in the fashion that we did. Not so much that it was all Seattle, but it was more of dumb mistakes. Things that can be corrected. So I need to chill. I need to relax. Because I bought in, Not that they were going to go and win the SB word, but more of who can stop us from getting there mentality. Because every obstacle that the Eagles have faced this year, they've overcome. Before this season, the Redskins have beat us 5 times in a row, dating back to the 2014 season. The Eagles ended that. And not only did they end it, they swept the Washington Redskins. Remember, that Monday night game was the game that everyone started to realize Carson Wentz could be the MVP. You remember that spectacular performance he did? The Eagles were not supposed to go on the road on a short week and beat a Carolina Panthers team who just came off 2 road games against the Patriots and the Lions. In victories, mind you. The Eagles weren't supposed to do that, but they did. Came out and they won. The Eagles weren't even supposed to be in playoff contention. They were supposed to be in the middle of the pack in 3rd place, 4th at best. Or 4th or 3rd at best. And the division was going to be between Washington and Dallas. But no, the Eagles are the one on top. And everyone else is the one that's like in shambles and getting out of control and everything. It's the Eagles. So every obstacle that the Eagles have come in contact with, they've been able to overcome and pass with flying colors until this past Sunday. And that's simply because they bought in. They bought into the fact that, just like I bought in, that they were feeling themselves, that they were the invincible ones, that nobody could touch them. You know, this past week, Doug Peterson said that the Eagles didn't have a very good practice leading up to the game. That's on him. He's supposed to be able to pull these guys in. They were probably focusing on, hey, what kind of celebration we going to do after we beat Seattle while we're dominating them? And everyone on Sunday night is going to be watching us. What kind of celebration we going to do? They was too busy focusing on that than focusing on getting ready for Seattle. Because Seattle came and punched them in the face. That's what happened. And maybe that's what needed to happen, to wake them up, to get them back down to earth, to get us fans back down to earth. Because really, if you think about it, this Eagles team, and what happened Sunday night, it's all very similar to Rocky 3. Yeah, that's right, I'm going to go there. Rocky 3. Or you all remember Rocky 3. At the end of Rocky 2, Rocky beats Apollo Creed. He's finally the world champion. Then in Rocky 3, he won like 10 boxing matches in a row. He was undefeated, per se, since becoming champion. Nobody could touch him. Then he gets challenged by Clubber Lang. You know, and instead of preparing the right way, he was focused on other things. He had the media in the gym. You know, he was posing for pictures. You know, he was trying to sell merchandise. He wasn't really focusing. And Mick was trying to get him to focus, saying, "Come on, The Rock, you gotta train. You gotta get ready to fight this guy." And he was like, "Nah, chill, Mick. I got this. I'm the champ. You know, he wasn't focused, and that's what the Eagles were doing. They were saying, "Yo, man, don't worry about this. Let's just focus on our dance, man. We got this, man. Seattle ain't messing with us. They ain't got Richard Sherman. They ain't got Cam. They ain't got none of their guys. Legion of Boom is dead. They ain't got nobody. We good." And look what happened. What happened to Rocky? He got embarrassed and lost in 2 rounds. Now, you could argue that's because Mick was in trouble before he went out there. But in reality, he wasn't prepared. So either way, he was going to lose anyway. And he got embarrassed. And everyone realized that. And then they started to question, is Rocky done? You know, he's getting up there in age? Is he finished? You know, he had a great run. That's what everyone's saying about all the haters. That's what they're saying. Eagles are done. Carson Wentz was never that spectacular. You know, it's Jared Goff. It's Case Keenum. It's Tom Brady. You know, these teams are all better than the Philadelphia Eagles. So what happened? Rocky went back to basics. Or rather, Creed took him back to basics. He took him to where he first learned how to box. He took him back to his roots. And Rocky trained and got back to basics. That is essentially what the Philadelphia Eagles have to do. They have to get back to basics. They have to get back to what brought them to 10-1 in the first place. And that's getting after the quarterback. That's creating pressure. That's sacks. That's getting turnovers. That's Carson Wentz not turning the ball over. That's fumbling at the goal line. That's Jay Ajayi and LeGarrette Blount and Corey Clement getting those yards. That's Zach Ertz and Nelson Aguilar and Alshon Jeffrey getting open, making those plays that we know they can make. Getting back to basics. And that's what leads me into the Los Angeles Rams. Los Angeles Rams are a very good team, a very dangerous team. Matter of fact, they're so dangerous that so many people are picking them to beat us. But the NFL sees it as they've never really sold out a stadium. They feel that the Eagles fans are going to take over that stadium. It's going to be a home game just like the last time they were in LA. They might be right about that. They're so desperate that they're selling tickets. Not even selling tickets. They're giving them away for free. Just come on down and act as a Rams fan. Get this game pumped up. It's the number 1 overall pick against the number 2 overall pick. It's year 2 of Doug Peterson against year 1 of Sean McVay. This is a hyped up game. It is. And Eagles Nation, you need to come out and show the NFL and show everyone else that you're here, that we're here, that we have arrived, that we are one of those top teams in the NFL, that we can hang with them. And like I said, it's not what Seattle did, it's what the Philadelphia Eagles did not do. If Carson doesn't overthrow Nelson Aguilar or underthrow him, those are a couple of touchdowns right there. Alshon Jeffrey doesn't do a holding penalty, that's a touchdown right there. He doesn't overthrow Kenyon Barnes, that's another touchdown right there. Potential touchdown, that's 25, 28 points left off the board right there. I said Seattle Seahawks was going to score 24 points, and they did that. We just couldn't score the 28. Like I said, back to basics. So how do you stop this Los Angeles Rams team? Well, it's quite simple. Back to basics. You stop Todd Gurley. You shut him down. You will not allow him to get into his groove. That takes Jared Goff off his game. Jared Goff is very similar to Carson Wentz, but the key difference is you take away Todd Gurley, he becomes one-dimensional. The offense becomes one-dimensional. Every game that the Los Angeles Rams have lost, Todd Gurley was not able to take over the game. Therefore, they lost. The difference between Carson Wentz and Jared Goff is Carson Wentz has the ability to call plays and change them if he sees fits. The whole kill. That's all Carson Wentz. Jared Goff, on the other hand, has to have Sean McVay tell him, hey, we need to change this up because they're about to do some freaky stuff over here. I don't know what they're about to do. So you shut down Todd Gurley. You get after Jared Goff. The defense did not play as bad as people think. Like, if you really sit back and think about it, they did what they needed to do. They got after him. The problem is Russell Wilson's first instinct is to run away once he gets the ball. Once he says hike, it's to run away. Because he knows his offensive line cannot hold up. So him saying hike and then running 15 to 20 yards backwards and having the defensive line having to chase after him gives his offensive weapons enough time to therefore get open. And when he can throw and do those miracle plays, like, yo, how he do that? The secondary has never been our strong suit. We knew this. They've looked good over this past couple of months rather. But why is that? Because the strength of the defense is the defensive line. You get to the quarterback, you pressure the quarterback, you make the quarterback make mistakes, balls are tipped, balls are thrown, and they're either thrown too early or they're thrown too late, and they get tipped, interception, they get fumbled the ball. You get after back to basics, getting that eye of the tiger. The Philadelphia Eagles are not a bad team. They're a good team. There is a reason why they are 10-1 or 10-2. It's because of how they play. We are the highest scoring offense in the league. And as I said, Carson doesn't make those mistakes. The Eagles most likely win that game. The Eagles outplayed. I don't want to say outplayed, but they did enough to win. They just couldn't execute. That's good, bro. Excuse me. So like I said, the way you win, take out Todd Gurley. Back to basics. We're number one against the run. Back to basics. Get after the quarterback. He makes mistakes. Those create turnovers. And then on the offensive side of the ball, do you realize that Carson Wentz has never had a bad game back-to-back this year? He may have had some bad last year, but last year he had no help. But this year, he hasn't had a bad game back-to-back. You all remember that game against the Washington Redskins where everyone realized that he potentially could be the MVP? He had a bad first half. The team wasn't playing particularly well. What happened? The second half came out. He looked amazing. He had that great escape from the pocket. He had that amazing lucky catch throw to not Kenyon Barnes, but what's his name? To Corey Clement. The kill. The throw to Nelson Aguilar. That's all Carson Wentz. When he played bad against the 49ers the week before, the week after, he came and played phenomenally well against the Denver Broncos. When he had a bad first half against the Dallas Cowboys, he came back out, though it was mostly because of running the ball, but he was putting the ball where it needed to go. Carson Wentz does not turn the ball over. He's going to be fine. That's my quarterback, and I believe in him, and I know he'll get the job done. So I'm not worried about Carson Wentz. Although I would like to see some more Jay Ajayi. I don't mind seeing LeGarrette Blount. I don't mind seeing Corey Clement, but I need to see some J Train out there, Doug. I need to see some J Train. As for Doug, he was conservative. I don't know why, but maybe it was just the fear of Seattle. I don't know. Everyone's saying, "Oh, he couldn't handle the bright lights." We were on Sunday Night Football 2 weeks ago against the Dallas Cowboys. What's the difference? The only difference is everyone's still watching. The only difference is you're playing in the Seattle Seahawks and not the Dallas Cowboys. That's the only difference. And I know that's a big difference. Playing in Dallas is very different from playing in Seattle because anybody can go up in Dallas and win there. But going to Seattle, that is a test, and we could not pass that test. That loss is on Doug Peterson and Carson Wentz. So what happened? Like earlier today, there was a 4th and 1. There was a 4th and 3 or 4th and 1. Hold on. And the Vikings and Falcons game, right? The Falcons did not try to convert on that 4th down. And it's so funny because all Eagles fans I saw, Doug Peterson would have went for that. Doug Peterson would have went for that. Doug Peterson would have went. I said that. Doug Peterson would have went for that. But there are a couple times in there that he didn't go for it on 4th down. We're like, bro, what are you doing? We just said you weren't being aggressive. We like you aggressive, Doug. As long as you ain't going for 4th and 6 unless we need it. But by that time, we don't need to go for 4th and 6 because we blowing teams out. One loss and everyone's off the bandwagon. We don't want bandwagon. One loss and everyone stops believing. One loss. I understand how bad the loss, but one loss? Come on now, guys. It's one loss. In the USA Power Rankings, the Eagles dropped down to 5 and the Seattle Seahawks are ahead of y'all. Really? Let the Seattle Seahawks come to Philly. Let's see how that happens. Let some of these teams who y'all think are way better than the Eagles, let them come to Philly. Let's see what happens. Because as I said, anybody can roll up in the Dallas and beat them there. But Carson Wentz is like, nah, bro. You ain't about to come in my house, tell me what to do, put your feet up on my furniture, and tell me, hey, yo, bring me something to drink. Bring me some food. Where the remote? You ain't about to do that. Nah, Carson, you going to come and you going to respect my house. You going to respect Lincoln Financial Field. So let them come to Philly. You're right. It would have made a statement had we won in Seattle. But let them come to Philly and let's see what happens. The Eagles are a better team than the Seattle Seahawks. They are. They are. Like I said, they don't make the mistakes. They win that game. So I'm not giving up on this team. You guys should not give up on this team. And basically, as I've been saying all video, back to basics. They get back to how they play. They win this game. They make a statement. They say, hey, we're still good. They remind you. They remind everybody. The Vikings have 2 games that they could lose. This week against the Panthers, they better win that. They better lose that game. And to the game against the Packers, which is in Lambeau Field when that bad man comes back. And you know he's going to be upset because that team is the one that took him out. Then they took over his division. That's his division. That ain't the Vikings division. That's Aaron Rodgers' division. Just like the NFC East is our division, that's Aaron Rodgers' division right there. You don't want Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is already talented enough as it is. You don't want an angry and a vindictive Aaron Rodgers to come back on you, do you? He about to remind y'all who the real best team in the NFC North is. So y'all better stay tuned for that. But meanwhile, the Eagles, we can win we can win against the LA Rams. We definitely gonna beat the New York Giants. Eli Manning or no Eli Manning. We're going to beat the Raiders because, like I said, nobody's coming to Philly and beating us. And the Dallas Cowboys, well, they're going to be playing against Nick Foles and Wendell Smallwood and our backups. So at the end of the day, really, we're still looking at 13-3. And your Philadelphia Eagles will back to being the number 1 seed. And the road to Minneapolis will go through Philadelphia. So now I have reached 19 minutes. I'm done. Score prediction time. The Eagles get back to basics, which I think they will. They'll be fine. I think the Eagles win this game 28 to 14. I know what you're thinking, only by 14 points? Well, I mean, when you think about it, besides the Dallas game, every other road game we've been on, it's been close. It's going to be a home game. The Eagles fans are going to take over the Coliseum, so I'm not worried about that. The Eagles are going to bounce back. They're going to be fine. And when they do, everyone will realize, oh, it's just a bump in the road. Because I said, good teams come back. When the Rams lost to the Vikings, they bounced back. When the Saints lost to the Rams, they bounced back. Now that's Eagles' turn. They lost to the Seahawks. They got to bounce back, and they will. Like I said, we got Carson Wentz. I'm sorry this video was long. I did warn you. It's 20 minutes. With that being said, that's about it. We're winning the game 28-14. Hopefully it's much more than that. But get back to basics. With that being said, that is about it. And if you're not down with that, I've just got 3 words for you. Fly, Eagles, fly. Peace out, y'all.